Hi guys, welcome to the 𝗘𝗵𝗵 podcast. My name is 𝗬𝗵 𝗖𝗂𝗄𝗯𝗰. It's been good so far, talking to you guys through the podcast, through TikTok, YouTube, and I read your comments though. Shout out to you guys. Thank you. Thank you for your love and your support. I'm not used to doing this. It's getting better. We started the podcast in 2021 during the pandemic, and it's been good so far though. The confidence to talk to the camera, to the microphone without seeing nobody's face. I'm still getting used to that. But that brings me to talk about today's topic: building self-confidence and the techniques for building and boosting your confidence, overcoming self-doubt and negative self-talk. I am a very big fan of you can do anything in this world. You can become anything if you allow yourself. But majority of the times though, as human beings, we are our worst critics. Like, I strongly believe that no one can criticize you more than you allow yourself, than you criticize yourself, if that makes sense. So I came about, this one won't be as lengthy as my previous podcast, but I hope you can see something that would help you in today's podcast. So let's talk about the importance of confidence in personal development. I'm a very, very big fan of personal development, and I would encourage each and every one of you to invest more into your personal growth and development and understand your own personal value. It's going to help you in the long run. So what is the importance of confidence? Let's just start from there before we go into importance of confidence in personal development. Confidence empowers your esteem, your self-esteem. Your self-esteem powers everything that you are. The way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you tolerate things, the way you tolerate people, the way you allow disrespect, the way you give second chances, if that makes sense. Majority of the time as human beings, we think we have to be people pleasers, and you set your own esteem to the side. It's that is going to kill your confidence. So the importance of confidence in personal development is you need this for your self-esteem, for your own livelihood, to be in your originality, if that makes sense. Yes, to be original, you need to be confident, my good friends. There is no nobility. As a matter of fact, no one is going to praise you for setting your confidence to the side to please people's ego. No one will. And life will teach you this though. I wish you long life. Life will teach you this. So the common challenges of self-doubt and negative self-talk, it might be from those that you grew up with. When either one of your parents or siblings or peers, contemporaries, it's possible for people to speak down on you and they kill your ego. So you just develop low self-esteem. While some psychologists will say it is impossible for another human being to affect your self-esteem, they said it's self for a reason. I strongly believe that people can speak to your subconscious mind and change your subconscious mind. That way, your conscious mind will believe whatever your subconscious mind believes already, which is okay, you have low self-esteem. You are up to no good, which I believe is false. You are the only one that can speak positive or negative, negativity to yourself. And I would encourage you to learn to speak positive things to yourself. Nobody can see you the way you see yourself. No one is going to live your life the way you live your life. So why should you allow anybody have room in your life? People will try though. What fuels people's energy and people's livelihood? It will blow your mind. It will blow your mind though. Like, people take pleasure. I take pleasure from making people happy seeing everybody doing great things, doing well, if I see you flourishing, like I am happy for you, like it makes my day better. While some people, there are people who takes pleasure from seeing people going through trauma, going through chaos, seeing people suffering. Yeah, it makes their day better. And everyone is entitled to live life the way they choose to live life, which is one of the reasons why I would say it is in your best interest to stand up for yourself across the board. Like, there is no nobility in you dumbing yourself down. There is no nobility in you dumbing yourself down. As a matter of fact, though, you would think people will respect you for dumbing yourself down. No, they won't. So let's keep it pushing, though. I just defined confidence and its impact on various aspects of your life. When you have confidence, your spouse, your lover, your friends, your contemporaries, your enemies, your co-workers, your business partners, everybody will admire you because you are in your originality. Nobody wants to associate themselves with people that fake it. So, confidence is going to impact your life positively. You get me? So, let's talk about, explore the connection between confidence and overall well-being. When you are in your originality state, like you are your real self, these are things that you can allow. These are things that you would never allow, even in a cold, like, even if hell becomes cold. I won't tolerate this. If you're in that kind of state, like, you flourish differently, you move differently, you accept life differently. You get me? Like, as human beings, we lie to ourselves and we say, I don't want any trouble. That's the reason why I can stand up for myself. Don't be that person, though. Don't do that to yourself. Learn to stand up for yourself. Learn to speak life into yourself. Learn, my good friends. Carry yourself well. You are all you have. You are all you have, though. So, let's talk about the common challenges. Let's discuss the common scenarios that triggers self-doubt. When you compare your life to that of other people, it is possible for you to affect you. It's possible for that to breed self-doubt. When you see people carry themselves like they have no flaws, and I think I should say this to you. Every human being in the world has something they are insecure about. Would you believe this? If you've ever read this book, 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, the rule number 1 is don't try to outshine the master. If the master is confident across the board and everything works for with the way people carry themselves, it's almost like they have no flaws. If the master is perfect across the board, why would the master cares that you shine or your light is trying to outshine his or her light? You get me? So don't compare your life to that of everybody. Everybody has insecurities. No one is perfect. So when you start comparing people's life to your life, it is possible for you to create self-doubt. And you can't take life too seriously. Take, for example, when people tell you things like, I don't think you can do this. This is not your personality. Or you don't have this type of confidence to accomplish something like this. When people say something negative into your life, you don't have to believe everything. It's possible for you to trigger self-doubt. Does that make sense? Like, don't, you have the final say. That is all I'm trying to say. You have the final say of where we are going. Because, when I say where we are going, I'm talking about you and you. The real you. Your physical body and your subconscious mind. Like, okay, this is what we are doing today. What do you think? Learn to talk to yourself. Would you believe it's not everybody that have inner dialogue? It's not everybody that have inner dialogue, though. People don't talk to themselves. People create idols. I'm talking about human beings Just like you, people that have flaws just like you, and people who idolize them, place them on a pedestal, and whatever those people says, it goes. Don't be one of those. Okay? So next, let's examine the negative impact of persistent negative self-talk. Simply means that what happens when you talk, when you talk down on yourself, when you speak negatively to yourself, you won't accomplish anything. You get me? You won't. You won't. As a matter of fact, you will settle for less. You will do the same thing you're not proud of. Your life will be standstill. You won't be happy. And the way life is designed, you have to be happy with yourself. If not, though, there's a very big chance you'll be depressed. You won't like this life. Majority of the time, people think you have to be rich to be happy. But that's a lie, though. That's a very, very big lie. That's the reason why even when people have money, all the money in the world, they are still unhappy because they speak negatively to themselves. You get me? Like, people don't know how to speak life into themselves. People expect other people to speak life into them. Don't deceive yourself, my good friends. Don't deceive yourself. Now, let's talk about the techniques for boosting confidence. There are 4 techniques right here: affirmations, visualization, power poses, and goal setting. First, let's start with affirmations. How positive affirmations can reshape self-perspective. Those board or those small cards that people have that you apply to your fridge, your mirrors, and you write something like, "I am a powerful human being always." As simple as that. "I am destined for greatness." As simple as that. "I am not a failure. I am a winner. I always win." As simple as that. These are affirmations. These are things you can read to yourself every day, and your subconscious mind will believe it. You get me? Because your subconscious mind does not know the difference between you thinking negatively and you believing, you believing those negative thoughts, and you just, you actually believing those things. Your subconscious mind don't know the difference. So learn to speak life into yourself. The other one is visualization. Using mental imagery to build a confident mindset. Who do you look up to? As a child coming up, I grew up in Lagos, and I grew up in a family of love, and I'm very, very privileged with the family I was raised in. Happy for my life, but still though, I have a complete different dreams for my life. So the people that I visualize, that I look up to, they are not real human beings. So I watch movies, I watch cartoons, and I read comic books. I look up to characters like Bruce Wayne. These are fictional characters. I look up to characters like Lex Luthor, 𝗲𝗏𝗪. Both the good characters and the bad characters, I just idolize them. I even look up to small characters like Bugs Bunny, like Tweety Birds. And because even when those characters die, they always come back to accomplish their goals. So it changed my life when I came about this character called 𝗲𝗏𝗪, a super villain in DC Studios, DC comic books. He's an immortal. So that was who I project my whole identity around. Like, I can never fail. I am an immortal. I will always come back. You get me? I am a god among human beings. You get what I'm saying? Like I believe those things. So even in the face of failing back to back, I strongly believe I can never fail. I strongly believe that it is my destiny to win. You get me? And I say these things to myself every day. I use words like, it is my destiny to win. And I don't necessarily write it down and say it is my destiny to win. I say it out through visualization. I have the pictures of Lex Luthor in my place, the picture of 𝗲𝗏𝗪, in my bedroom, and I look at his face, like, what would 𝗲𝗏𝗪 do right now? You get me? So you can use that to your advantage. Another thing, the third one is the power poses. Explore the concept of body language and confidence. Don't dress up like your problems. Don't smell like your problems. Don't talk like your problems. Even when life is eating you back to back like ass whipping, pow, 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 learn to carry yourself well. Shower, get a haircut, smell good. Preferably, have some food. You get me? And carry yourself well. If you're a man, I say this all the time on my podcast. Carry yourself well. Chin up always. You get me? Stand upright. If you're a woman, a man is going to love you correctly when you stand upright. You are as beautiful as possible. Like you are the peak of beauty. If you're listening to me right now, you're a woman. Now, if you're a man, nothing in society operates without you. You get me? Learn to carry yourself upright. Understand that you are a winner. That's the reason why life challenged you with that problem, and you will survive it. Now, the number 4 technique of boosting confidence is goal setting. You need to set achievable goals to build a sense of accomplishment. You get me? Every human being needs a sense of accomplishment. Like, okay, I've accomplished so, I've accomplished so, and this is what I went through. As men, for example, we need a sense of accomplishment. Like, okay, I have went through so, and I survived this. So, write your goals down using this economics framework called the scale of preference. The scale of preference is on the left hand side of a paper or of your iPad. You write down, let's say you have 5 goals. You write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You number it on your on the left hand side of that paper. On the right hand side, let's say number 3 is the first you can accomplish. You write number 1 or number 3, you circle it. Let's say number 5 is the second one you can accomplish. You write number 2 on that number 5. And you do that until then you start going for your goals. Like you are not in a competition with nobody. Like every human being is in different timeline. Every human being is operating different. Every human being is vibrating differently. So when you see your classmates or your contemporaries that are doing successful things that, and you seem to be lacking, my good friends, your time will come if you allow yourself. Oh, your time will come. Do not wish anybody ill. Like, carry yourself with confidence and be happy for people in their winning seasons. Your time will come. So the next one is overcoming self-doubt. I want you to get a pen and a paper and identify what are the things that challenge your irrational beliefs. What are the things that you do or you believe in? What is your belief system that it is depriving you of becoming your full potential? What is that thing? Like, I strongly believe that every human being is meant for greatness. Now, my definition of greatness, it's very different from everyone's definition of greatness. Everyone believes their greatness is attached to them making money. Like, they have to be multimillionaires. They have to be multi-billionaires. I strongly believe that everyone can handle money, which is okay. I am a very big fan of greatness might be your greatness might be you influencing the people that will change the world. It might be just that. And you must be contented enough with that greatness. So you will live a fulfilled and happy life. I see a lot of people working in their greatness. You get me? It was some people that influenced me to start a podcast. They don't have a podcast, but they told me that the way I talk, the way I carry myself, I can influence a lot of people positively. My communication skills is very, very poor. Like, that's the fact. And they tell me to do it. Just do it. And I know for a fact that is their greatness. They just fulfilled one section of their life, which is to spark my minds. And now I'm sparking your minds to tell you that you can accomplish greatness if you allow yourself. You just have to believe in you. Like, you have to believe in you. Speak life into yourself, my good friends. Identify what are the things that challenge your irrational beliefs and make sure you deal with it. If you need professional help, I would suggest you subscribe to professionals that can help you fix these irrational beliefs. Now, another one is self-compassion in overcoming self-doubt. Be kind to yourself, my good friends. Be kind to yourself, though. Majority of the time, people want people to be kind to them. People want people to show them how good life can be. And you need to just look at it from the side of you. Every human being is in a spotlight of their home. They are going through their own chaos, my friends. Like, nobody cares about nobody. Every now and then you meet people that would, you get me, like show you a little bit of kindness, and you go about your way, they go about their way. The best form of love you can get is the one you cultivate yourself. That's the reason why I said self-compassion. Even when you speak like let's say you are doubting yourself back to back and say, I don't think I can accomplish this. I don't think this is meant for me. You have to learn to to love yourself. Oh my God. Learn to fail forward. Let me tell you a story. When I started my software company in 2019, I was in my second year doing my master's degree in computer science. In the course of my master's degree, I took 16 classes because I failed 2 classes. I've always been a C student. You get me? When it comes to books and school, I am not a smart, intelligent student. And I tell people this nonchalantly. People will pretend. That's because I have accepted myself. I know myself well. And I was failing back to back. I was failing in every semesters. I would go to the dean's office because I got C, I got B-. And the dean will advise that I don't think this program is meant for you. And it's meant for me. It's my destiny to win. And I would say this to myself, it's my destiny to win. I was not in the right shape to start a software company. But I did in 2019 because I met one of my classmates who had a software company. He came from China to the United States for his master's degree in computer science, software engineering. And, we're both in the same class. His software company was valued at $20 million. And here I was struggling because early 2019, I was struggling financially. In Minnesota right here, I was a Uber driver. Like my confidence was tanking. I had to delete my Instagram because the life I was living, it didn't match my profile on Instagram. I had massive low self-esteem because I was losing. And this is why I said you need to apply self-compassion, even in the events of self-doubting. So when I started the story I want to tell you, when I started the software company, it was a website development company. That's all. My communication skills is poor. I stammer every now and then. You get me? I will call businesses on the phone and say, my name is, I want to do business with you. And they will shut me down and say, nope, you're probably a scammer from Nigeria or something. And I'm here in Minnesota. As a matter of fact, I was living as expensive as I've always lived because I love to live larger than my income. Then, now life has changed for better. I was failing in school, the businesses, I was losing money. But what pulled me through was my self-love. I was like, if the business became successful, good. If it doesn't, good. Self-love, my good friends. Self-love. Now, imagine if I had relied on other person, like let's say my girl, my lover, or let's say a family member, like, okay, I rely on them to show me love and to tell me that, okay, it's okay. Nobody knew what I was going through. As a matter of fact, I didn't even tell nobody, because right from time, I don't trust nobody. I don't believe anyone can give me anything I can create myself. You get me? Learn to applaud yourself. Be your own cheerleader. Another thing I would say is learn to turn setbacks into opportunities for growth. If the businesses I was reaching out to, if they made it easy for me, I would never have learned a way to survive and learn more about that technology. I would never have figured out a way that, okay, how am I going to survive this? The more they say no to me, the more I learn about, okay, let me add database management to my product. Let me add cybersecurity to my product. You get me? And before, I was charging people per hour. Okay, let me start productized services. And this is how you grow. You build tough skin. I promise you though, your future self will praise you. It will praise you though. So learn to make lemonade out of lemons. While some people will tell you, no, listen to me, my good friends. I did it. I survived it. There are thousands, millions, and billions of people before me and you that went through the same thing that you are going through, and they survived it. So I'm not speaking gibberish. I'm telling you facts. It starts with your state of mind. You get me? When you experience chaos, it's not the end of life. I am telling you, it is not the end of life though. You will survive it, and you will experience more chaos, and you will survive those too. You get me? But constantly apply positivity. Learn to convert chaos into opportunities. What is this trying to teach me? This is how you should see this. So another thing we should talk about is tackling how to deal with negative self-talk. I want you to recognize negative self-talk patterns. Like, do you have people you spend time with that, reflect this negativity on you? Or do you have a train of thought or a self-belief, something that you can fix? Like, you need to identify these things though. Where do you think that doubt is coming from? I want you to play back your life like a movie. Go back in time. It's called self-reflection. And make peace with us, with that time. Make peace with that time. Recognize the negative self-talk pattern. What is that thing? What is that thing that triggers this negativity in you? And when you identify that, I want you to create strategies to reframe negative thoughts. It is called self-reflection, my good friends. No one is going to do this for you. But what do? People suppress the feelings because they don't want to deal with it. It is impossible to become your full potential if you keep suppressing your emotions and you keep suppressing the negativity in your life. You have to look at it and make peace with it and, toss it away. Strategy is everything, my good friends. Now, final one, the power of positive language. Learn to speak life into yourself. When you fail, let's say you have a doubt. Okay, I don't think I can accomplish this. And you eventually did it once and you fail. The bigger percentage of people, they will stop. My advice to you is to learn to fail forward. Learn to fail forward. You see, every successful, accomplished people you see out there in the society, if you see them celebrate one win, I can assure you, they have failed at least 20 times or more. At least 20 times or more. Learn to fail forward, my good friends. Speak positively to yourself. Use words like, it is my destiny to win. I am not a loser. I can never win. I'll try again. So when you try things from all possible angles and you fail, you might be tempted to say, I don't think this is for me. You get me? Don't be one of those that back out. Don't be one of those though. Would you believe something? Amazon, in 13 years of the existence of Amazon, they didn't make one profit. I even found out that Facebook didn't sell any products in 7 years of their existence. If that doesn't tell you anything, people don't create great things. You get me? By trying a couple of times and backing out. No. So to boost your confidence, you have to be resilient and pull through, fail forward and keep going. That is the only way. That is the only way. That's the reason why we have just 1% of the world population. Just 1% of the world population are their superior state of mind. It's sad, right? Very, very sad. Because people are afraid of failing. And I understand. I've been there. So, next one, let's talk about real life success stories. You need to have people you look up to. In today's society, it might be hard, but like you can create these characters yourself. I just told you how I look up to Wendell Savage, how I look up to Lex Luthor. You know, from reading comic books, looking up to Lex Luthor, Bruce Wayne, looking up to Tony Stark, I knew I wanted to be a businessman. Like I don't see myself as somebody that works for people. I work for people though, but I don't like it because it was like I wasn't there, and I don't like it when people speak down to me. You get me? And it boils down to this saying that those that are meant to lead, they are never confident following people. You get me? So another thing we should talk about is building lasting confidence. Because it's possible for you to reflect, start business, win this, and then you experience a major loss and you go back into that negativity because that's all you've always known. You have to practice consistency. You get me? Make confidence. And make confidence, or building templates and an habit for your life. It's okay to fail. Like I am telling you this with all authority. It's okay. But sometimes, when people fail, people think life has to end. No. Like, life doesn't care that much. You get me? I want you to view it like a challenge. It is a challenge. When you fail, it's okay. How can I come back from it? That's the reason why I said earlier, when you fail, learn to fail forward. Fail forward. You propel forward. Apply resilience. Apply perseverance. It's going to build your confidence. It's going to build your confidence, my friends. And another thing I should say about building lasting confidence is you need to celebrate the small wins. You get me? Most times, people don't have grateful hearts. People think if they win, it's not billions of dollars or billions of pounds. They can't celebrate the win. Learn to have grateful hearts. You get me? Celebrate the wins. Learn to pop if you can't afford champagne, learn to pop some canned Coke or canned Pepsi or something and add some ice to it. Play some music and celebrate by yourself. This is how you fail forward. You celebrate the small things of life. It's going to change you. It's going to build your character when you do this. So another thing I should, to round this up is learn to accept constructive criticism. You get me? Learn to be a good listener to critics. Especially from people who love you. You know, everyone is not hating you though. So when people invest into you and say, how about you try this? Learn to listen. You get me? Learn to listen though. At that point, even if people don't outrightly come up to meet you and say, learn to ask questions that, okay, what do you think about what I'm doing? And listen to them. You don't have to accept whatever they tell you, but learn to listen to them. You get me? And after this, express gratitude and, you know, update them like, okay, is it okay if I come back to ask more future questions and those things? Does that make sense? And don't be an island. All this boils down to you building your confidence and you staying positive across the board. I can assure you, the fact that you're listening to me right now, you are meant for greatness and you will experience greatness. But always remember this though, being great is not always about being rich. Being great, it might be you sparking the minds of those that will spark the minds of those that will be great financially, and they will change the world and make the world a better place. My name is 𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗃. Thank you so much for your love and your support. Show your love, subscribe, follow us on our social media platform, and have a good day. Till next time.